so boom. When you end up, okay, so boom. When you end up in a prison with one of the family members that you don't did something too. Now we got two young guys here. One of them here in the streets, you know what I'm saying? He got him a plug. This dude done got to the point where he feel like he could take something from his plug. Now, if you done been in the street before and you done had a plug, then you know sometimes when you've been dealing with this person for a long time, they can get to talking too much, or they can bring you around and you can see stuff you ain't got no business seeing. That's why he felt like he can pull one over on his plug. So he done called his homeboy, right? Tell his homeboy about the situation. And he want his homeboy to drive. Now, a lot of times when you call your homeboy, you only want them to drive. You already know that these folks really don't want no parts of the street. They ain't got no business being in the street. So you can't give them no active role and put them in a position to do something they ain't got no business doing, because then you're going to end up with a situation like Gunna and Young Thug. Them folks ain't got no business in the street. Them folks don't know. Them folks know how to talk it because they done seen it, but they ain't never lived it. Then when they get in the situation, when they in the interrogation room and they under a little pressure, you mad at them because they done spilled the beans, when first and foremost, you ain't had no business even introducing them folks to that and having them involved, because them folks ain't got a street bone in their body. Y'all know what I'm talking about. So in this situation, he done called his homeboy. They driving out there. He tell his homeboy the situation. He tell his homeboy how he finna pull this off. When they pull up, of course, they done parked in front of this man's house, because he know when he gonna be there, when he ain't gonna be there. And he don't know exactly where everything at, but he know it's at this specific location. So he pull up, he go in this man's house, just so happen, the man comes by and sees his car in front of the house. He parks up the street and gets out and walks towards the house to see what's going on. The little young dude coming out of the house, dude see him, he, of course, hey, he turn around, boom, boom, boom. He firing shots off, dude firing, boom, boom, boom. They run into the car. The young dude ends up hitting the dude, boom. He kills him. He get in the car, they skirt off, skirt. And as they driving, because I done had this mentality before too. Commercial break me, please. Listen to me. When you in the streets and you dealing with a wolf, you got to understand that a wolf is a wolf. And a snake is a snake. Because a lot of people do things on the strip for friendship, homeboy, we grew up together, but not knowing at the end of the day, listen to me, a snake is a snake. It's gonna bite you. And in this situation, what dude didn't realize, he called him on the strength of, this my homeboy, he ain't in the streets. I'm gonna break some bread, I'm gonna break bread with him, I'm gonna let him drive. But he ain't looking at the double cross. He done already popped somebody and let you know he willing to go the distance. So if they driving, of course, the young dude, he trying to figure out, you know what I'm saying, how we gonna split it, how much it is. Dude tell him, man, that's over with, man. I ain't giving you nothing, man. I done had the pop dude. I went in the house by myself. Man, you ain't do nothing but drive. And he telling him he ain't finna give him nothing. So, of course, at that point, they argue, because you always got your homeboy who think, you know what I'm saying, he a little hard, he a little tough. And at this point, you know what I'm saying, his little boy, he chumping him. So, of course, he got to give some kind of bark back. So they in the car, you know what I'm saying, they go back and forth, and the young dude ups the strap on him. And I'm going to explain to you how this came about. He ups the strap on him and he tell him, you know what I'm saying, but at the time he upped the strap, you got to think, as you driving, as a reflex, if you thinking quick, as a reflex, he boom. When he hit the gun, he swerved. So at this point, you know what I'm saying, it's a tussle in the car, you know what I'm saying, with the gun. They run off into a ditch. The gun fall. The young dude, they still get into it. Dude shoots him, boom, boom, 2 times in the stomach. Gets out the car. Of course, he takes the bag, and the young dude died too. 2 murders. In this situation, how they end up, how this young dude end up getting caught who was driving. Of course, when the police find the car, his phone is in the car. They see who the last person he was texting, last person he was calling. But in the text message, it don't say nothing about no robbery. It only say something about driving to the plug. And the reason it only say something about driving and taking them somewhere. And the reason I'm telling you that is because it has something to do with the charge. You got felony murder. Felony murder is when in the commission of another crime like robbery or burglary or something like that, and while you doing it, somebody ends up dying. You didn't have the intentions of killing nobody, but in the commission of doing one crime, something else happened to somebody else. Then you have facilitation to murder. what my little cousin had, I know a couple of people had, and you know what I'm saying? It carried time, but you know what I'm saying? You got potential to see some daylight. When facilitation of murder is, you knowingly knew what was going on, and then somebody ended up, you know what I'm saying, losing their life. And in this situation right here, it eventually comes out, you know what I'm saying, because it's only phone calls, which is back and forth, and it's only Texas answering, you know what I'm saying, are you gonna drive me? But the dude who was driving, he ended up texting his girl and saying, I'm about to go get this money. So when they get his phone and get that message, it was you knew what was going on. You probably didn't know it was going to be a murder, but you knew he was going to do whatever he was going to do because you said what you said. And he ended up with a 15-year sentence. But in fighting that case, it takes time. Now, penitentiary rules in effect. If you ain't never been to the penitentiary, listen, I advise you to never go to the penitentiary, because guess what? You never know who you're going to be in the penitentiary with. And in this story right here, guess what? The dude who got killed, his brother was in the penitentiary. And the one who did it, the one who did the shooting, who went in to rob the plug, was somebody's nephew in the penitentiary. And the dude who had the nephew that did the shooting and ended up getting killed, he was G-Body. Which I can't stand situations like that. I couldn't stand situations when I was affiliated, when things happen on the street and they come into the penitentiary, and now all of a sudden you want the whole body, you want the whole org to be in. You don't know what the body is, you don't know what the org is, and let me know you ain't never been affiliated. If you ain't never been affiliated, listen to me, I advise you to kneel to become affiliated. But it was a few times when them situations, when them people come in, you involved in but listen to me, that ain't got nothing to do with me. And listen to me, I only got a 10-year sentence. Let me tell you something. One thing for sure, two things for certain. If there's anybody else been in the comment section or you done seen and you ask them, did they know me? Because they said they were locked up in penitentiary. What they gonna tell you is, hey, he wasn't soft, and another thing, he wasn't no fool. I mean, you listen, you not finna get me to do something I don't want to do because it ain't got nothing to do with me. If that was your people, listen, you gonna handle it on your own. And of course, they gonna say at some point when it bust out or it get out of hand, it becomes GD. Even at that point, I'm gonna argue. Listen to me, that ain't got nothing to do with me, G. That ain't got nothing to do with me. I got a 10-year sentence. Y'all send everybody who got life sentences go, but listen to me, I'm not gonna go. I'm not gonna go. But in this situation, of course, in the penitentiary, everything spread fast like wildfire. Listen, if a fight pop off at the top of the hill, listen to me, it could get to the bottom of the hill before everybody at the top of the hill find out. Matter of fact, it can get to the bottom of the hill before even in your own, you and your unit, before you even know what's going on. A fight can pop off, and guess what? They done already called down there and said what was going on and what time it was finna go down. Because a lot of people are strategic and calculated, especially when they are affiliated in the penitentiary. And that's another reason why it's dangerous. Because I'm gonna give y'all them stories too. Matter of fact, you wanna hear stories where fights popped off simultaneously because of a calculated, strategic, tactical type of move. Jump in the comment section and say, drop a war story. That's the only way I'm gonna do it. You know, I'm gonna tell y'all something. Y'all so petty. Y'all watch the whole video. How you watching the whole video and you don't hit like? How many YouTubers you done seen on here before they even start their videos? You know what that noise is. Don't act like you don't know what noise I'm trying to imitate. That's that like and comment on the video for the algorithm. And then you want to go back and forth with me in the comment section when I say you gotta go get the membership. But you don't ever like a video. Matter of fact, we'll come back to that in a minute. But like the video, say you want to hear a war story, because there were plenty of times where I done sit in ODs and they done said, man, we got to make a move on the Crips, so we got to make a move on fighting them, and this is how we're going to do it. At you know what I'm saying, at 12, y'all, and they done called everywhere, and they know it. I done seen it, but hey, hold on now, wait a minute. I ain't trying to be, wait a minute, we need to find another way to deal with this. I'm figuring to move to another penitentiary. I ain't but look, check this out. So, word spread like wildfire, and of course, you know what I'm saying, they were from Dixon. When it's a certain city, of course, they asking the people from them that they know from their city do they know of these people? And of course, when it's a death like that, you already know it. They probably don't went up here and talk to the chapel, or they done told one of their homeboys or somebody, you know what I'm saying, they done said, man, that was cuz brother, you know what I'm saying? And of course, you're going to be able to see it in his countenance, you know what I'm saying, and how he carrying himself, and if he coming out, or if the homeboys going to check on him, you're going to be able to see that. And then it's going to be the same thing with the guy, one of the guys that was his nephew. Of course, my nephew done, you know what I'm saying, done got, you know what I'm saying, whatever, it's his homeboy, you know what I'm saying, they ain't arrested him, you know, this, that. Of course, that's going to come out, and they know who it is and all this and that. So at that point, we know it's a Crip brother that done got killed. It's one of the guys' nephew who got hit, but he shot the Crip brother, killed him before he got off. So in that situation, everybody know what's going on. So we at the domino tape, you know what I'm saying? They playing domino, you know what I'm saying? And cuz them coming through the door, and when they come through the door, bruh who's sitting right there, who nephew done what he did, cuz walked through and he kind of mugged bruh. And at that point, it's tension between G's and the Crip. But you got a G like me who like, they not finna do this right here, cause listen, we not finna do that. So at that point, if you got a head on your shoulder, it ain't that you shaky, it's that you got to use wisdom. Commercial break me, please. A lot of time people confuse shaky with wisdom. If you using your head and the voice of reasoning that you know to get ahead of a situation where you won't end up in a situation you don't want to be in, I don't understand why, especially when it comes to people of color. Why you try to put so much pressure on other people or yourself to I don't know why you define that as masculinity. You feel like, no, the best thing to do is use wisdom. And I'm going to try to use this movie for an example. Friday, when Craig daddy was telling him, put the gun down. In that situation right there, a lot of people in the streets would have said that Craig was a sucker, or, you know, because he should have popped him. And why would you put the gun? That is what he would have had he popped him in real life. Do you know how many young dudes, people in general, who done, because of your anger, or how you feeling, or being frustrated, or your pride, or your ego, you pulled a trigger that it took you 1 minute to go get the gun. How many ever minutes to find a person? But it took you a half a second to pull that trigger. You kill somebody all in the name of pride, ego, or whatever that is, and you end up in a worse situation, all because you couldn't say, oh, I lost it. I'll fight 1-on-1. I lose the fight. Live. Fight another day. But you too worried about people, man, you got beat up out there, and this and that. One of my homeboys did that. As a matter of fact, the guy who was on the case with me that went to prison, the one who pulled the trigger, his first attempted murder case, because I'm going to get you out there, I'm going to get back to it. His first attempted murder case was a 1-on-1 fight. The dude beat him up. He got mad. He went and got a gun, came back and shot him, ended up with an attempted murder case. Instead of just accepting the law. People don't use wisdom at the time. So at that point, of course, everybody already know what's going on. So it struck up a conversation. You can't be mad because this man looked at the person who, you know what I'm saying, looked at the person whose nephew killed his brother. You can't be mad about that. But at the same time as he doing that, he knowing he can't pop off a situation. But it looks like a threat at the time that eventually he's going to try to do something. He's thought about doing something, and how do you get ahead of the situation? So, of course, G. Edgar Hoover ended up around the spot. G. Edgar Hoover right there, Black James right there. Black James like, man, what's up with cuz? He said out loud, and G. Edgar Hoover say, man, leave him alone. He grieving. One of the other homeboys, he was like, man, y'all already know, you know what I'm saying, cuz the narrator. And G. Edgar Hoover say, we need to sit down. And at that point, I'm like, about time y'all lose sense, I'm using some sense. Yeah, we need to have a conversation so we can figure out, you know what I'm saying, do he want to get a one with bruh? Like, do he want to say something to bruh? What's the situation? And what we need to do is we need to come to an understanding of how we finna deal with it, because we ain't gonna do no sneak attacks. And once we go in here and we have a conversation about this and get it understood like the bar, anything that happens outside of the agreement, then we all know what it is. But right now, let's go ahead and get some understanding where we don't have to do no explaining when it pop off. But in my mind, I'm thinking, let's go ahead and get this understanding and leave this alone. So we end up having a big conversation, you know what I'm saying? The G's in here and the Crips in here, and you know what I'm saying, they express, you know what I'm saying, they're like, man, you know what I'm saying, I ain't got no problem with them, you know what I'm saying, whatever happened, you know what I'm saying, they was in the streets, and which is a man thing to say, you don't normally hear that. But at the same time, you knowing how this man feel. So at that point, this man, look, I ain't trying to get in no trouble, I ain't trying, both of them, you know what I'm saying, and my nephew got hit too. You know what I'm saying? Which kind of brought some relief, because if the nephew would have lived, then it probably would have been a different ball game. So we squashed it. Ain't nothing. Cool. Cuz said he gonna go on back to business. Bruh said, you know what I'm saying, he'll leave that, you know what I'm saying, or whatever. 2-3 days go by. Listen, penitentiary rules is in effect. Penitentiary gossip is in effect. These folks is at school. Bruh walking with one of the guys, and what bruh decides to do, the brother who he walking with wasn't in the unit with us. So he telling him about a situation they had to go and boom. And while he asking bruh, you know what I'm saying, what's going on, the way bruh said, he basically get off like, man, yeah, you know, my little nephew, you know what I'm saying, my little nephew was like, hey, you know what I'm saying, he done pop, you know what I'm saying, down him out there, and this and that. And where he explaining the story, you know what I'm saying, they could be disrespectful. We just had a conversation, and now you kind of glorifying what happened, and then you making it like dude was walking by and his feelings when I had to sit down, and now you telling and you running the story down like he was in his feelings because your little nephew down, you know what I'm saying, down this brother. The brother who he tell end up going hollering at a Crip, and he asked the Crip what's going on in court. They end up being like kind of being humorous about the situation, being comedic about the situation, but it's also serious because he like, it turned into a situation where it's like, man, y'all ain't even about that, you know what I'm saying? My brother, you know what I'm saying? Brother, nephew done down, good, y'all done went over and see the heck, y'all always want these peace trees, y'all don't never want no static or nothing like that, y'all don't even really want no action, you know what I'm saying? Ain't no way somebody'll be walking around in the penitentiary, you know what I'm saying? Done down my brother and his family member up in here and think I ain't gonna, y'all gonna sit in here, man, whatever. And when he tell Cuz that, Cuz knowing the situation, of course he taking it some type of way, because brother repeated the situation, it's supposed to be a dead issue. Cuz go and tell the dude who lost his brother, you know what I'm saying, about what was said. He snooze him at school. You don't know what a snooze is? They let me know you ain't never been knocked out. If you never been knocked out by a snooze, listen, my advice you to never let somebody snooze you. You know what I'm saying? But that's basically when somebody hits you and you don't even know it's coming. Ain't nothing you can do. So these folks is at school, and of course he probably walked in the man's classroom. He ain't knowing what's going on, don't know that this information been passed. He come in, pow, and he knocks bruh out. When he knocked bruh out, of course, it's 1 or 2 brothers in there, but the thing about school is security is in there. So even if some aid and assistance would have came, some AA would have came, the police would have been there, everybody would have went to the hole. So it wouldn't have been no chance for it to go down the way it was supposed to go down when a situation like that happened. So of course, y'all already know, everybody done got together because now they trying to figure out, because it looked like what we agreed upon has been breached. And knowing that that's been breached, now y'all done put Joe T in a situation. And Joe T ain't trying to be in no situation with you. I'm just trying to ride with you, you know what I'm saying? Because brother been running around here running his mouth. So of course I'm gonna do my own investigation too. Because soon as they come back, man, you know, Cuz done knocked that brother down there in the school. They done went to who? Man, and then when you hear the names, you already know it's finna roll back to that situation. So I'm finna go down here and holler at funny folks and see what's going on. Hey, funny folks, let me holler at you real quick, man. Come on in. Man, bless his, I'm looking at him, he looking at me, we looking at each other. Hey, man, what them folk got going on down there? Man, I don't even know, bro, but bro, man, we done already sit down and he done went down there and knocked bro out. And while we in there talking, G. Edgar Hoover hit the door. Hey, let me holler at y'all real quick. He must done seen me go in there. He come in, man, bless his head. Hey, look, I ain't sure what's going on yet, but we ain't finna make no move. That's all I need to hear right there. That's all. Listen, I don't need to hear nothing else. Long as G. Edgar Hoover saying we ain't finna make no move, then I'm knowing 9 times 10 it's an investigation going on, and somebody done did something they ain't got no business doing, and that's the people, and that's the one we need to get at. So I'm like, man, what's going on, bro? He was like, man, what's going around here? Cuz came and hollered at bruh and said that, you know what I'm saying, Cuz had went and told him that bruh had been talking about the situation, you know what I'm saying? And one of the guys went and told, you know what I'm saying, they being, which brother did that? So he say which brother it was. He was like, so at that point, you know what I'm saying, we can't even blame Cuz, you know what I'm saying, for doing what he done. You know what I'm saying, it is what it is. Bruh gonna have to eat up that and accept that responsibility, you know what I'm saying. If he get out and say he wanna go get a one, you know what I'm saying, we'll go over, we'll holler at bruh them, but as of right now, you know what I'm saying, bruh in V. What he in V for? Disruption of organization and unity, you know what I'm saying? Because he had all these brothers riled up. Oh, I said, oh, he going to the back. He going way to the back. When they get to using them type of words, he said disruption of organization and unity, man. And all the brothers been coming over here. They been calling from the bottom of the hill trying to see what's going on. Brother done got knocked out and this and that. And Cuz them came and hollered at me and was like, man, Cuz wasn't even on that. You know what I'm saying? But he run around here talking about his nephew, you know what I'm saying, done down his brother and this and that, and talking about had it been anybody else, you know what I'm saying, they would have smashed and went and did this and did that, and he just took that as disrespect, you know what I'm saying, and Cuz a man before anything, you know what I'm saying, he ain't tell nobody, and Cuz them, they going in and jumping, he went in there and knocked him out, you know what I'm saying, who anybody else would have did the same. I mean, that's the man brother. Can't argue with that. You can't argue with that, but listen to me, you want to hear the rest of the story, you're going to have to go get your membership. Because for one, you ain't even hit the like button. Second thing, you ain't even hit no comment. And you ain't want to follow my other page. Okay, so boom. I'm not going to go back and forth with you. Look, and on top of that, you ain't went and got no book. You ain't went and got the book. And the book is on sale for $12.99. $12.99 is how much the book is. And if you want to hear the rest of the story, you gonna have to go get your membership. But listen, let me tell y'all something. When you go to Proverbs chapter 12, verse 20, it says, deceit is in the heart of those who advise evil. And in this story right here, this kind of what they did. Because when deceit is in your heart, what you have to come to understand is, hold on, I'll say. When deceit is in a person's heart, you never know what they will do. You don't know what they won't do. You know what I'm saying? You don't know what they will say, what they won't say. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times it's an objective to hurt somebody else or get somebody else to come on the dark side of the fence. And you're gonna end up in a worse predicament. And in this situation right here is the same way with the nephew. Deceit is in the heart of those who advise evil. First and foremost, he already knew. When you in the street, you most definitely gotta take what comes with being in the street. But at the same time, you wanna get over on your plug, you wanna get over on your homeboy, and then you end up in the grave. And now you have people who are not in the right mind that still got deceit in their heart and not able to know wise counsel. Where where the scripture say where there is no wise counsel, the people fall. And in this situation, coming from where I come from, in the street, black men, we tend to think vengeance is the right thing to do. No, because that's another form of deceit that's in your heart, and that deep down inside, and you really want to do evil. It's a continuation of a cycle. So in this situation right here, this is exactly what's going on. Because while all this is going on, guess what done happened? The dude who was the driver done took his time, and he ends up in the same penitentiary where we are. Then people talk about the voice of reasoning. In this situation right here, you want a voice of reasoning because there's so much chaos going on and there's other people at stake. And the people who got that deceit in their heart, they don't care about you. And it's some people you hang around right now. It's so much deceit in their heart, so much evil in their heart. Them folks don't care nothing about what happened to you. And it could be what was the word I'm looking for? Something that trickles down. And that's the worst part of being around somebody that's deceitful and wicked. They don't care who that it trickles down to. They don't care who it affect. They don't care who it impact. And them folks will sit back and not realize that you're not even thinking about these people and how and what's gonna happen to them. And that's exactly one of the reasons why I listen. That ain't got nothing to do with me. And you can say what you want to say, but the deceit that's in the heart of people who are affiliated, they're not trying to hear that. You affiliated too. You're talking with too much sense. You know what I'm saying? You're talking with too much sense. So what ended up happening? Them two people are in the hole for whatever's going on, right? Dude, the brother who ended up telling the crib, we all end up in the cell together again. And while we sitting in the cell together, you know what I'm saying? We talking to them, they talking back, we conversing, we having a whole little conversation, and it boiled down to what did he say to you? And Cuz stand up, he got all his homeboys in there. He was like, man, Cuz, you know what I'm saying? Me and Cuz was just, you know what I'm saying, we were kicking, you know what I'm saying, just playing around or whatever. He was like, but I ain't even gonna lie, I ain't like how he was saying what he was saying, man. And I felt like it was on the right, you know what I'm saying, to go and tell Cuz what was said. He was like, man, I wasn't trying to be messy. I wasn't trying to, you know what I'm saying, cause that to happen. But at the same time, man, Cuz did lose his brother. You know what I'm saying? I understand that was his nephew. You know what I'm saying? It was just the animation and how he was saying it. It was like he was making the hood look like we were weak. You know what I'm saying? Like we wasn't ready to ride. He was like, so I went and told Cuz. And to be honest with you, I was on some, man, Cuz, we can ride together. And Cuz was like, man, that's my wax. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna handle that. So at that point, of course, the brothers is looking at it like, bruh, you know, put us in a situation. And then Cuz saying he already done said he was ready to ride. So now we got to hold down the hostility of what could happen. And then we got to hear bruh respond. Man, bruh, what did you say then? Man, it wasn't even nothing like what Cuz was saying. And penitentiary rules is in effect at that point. Because, for one, you didn't shoot off on him in the middle of him talking. And now you trying to explain that it's not what he took it as, and you trying to make him look like he was the one being messy. And what this boils down to is a confession. You sitting up here and you saying what you saying, and we know it's some truth into it, and you just trying to mix in a little bit of lies so we can look the other way. Deceit is in the heart of those who advise. You put us in a situation and you ain't even you ain't worried about who it's finna trickle down to, because you got us in a situation. You already knew what the peace treaty was, what the agreement was, bro. And now you sitting there and you telling this lie, and you want us to ride with you because he the opposition, and you want us to say, nah, we taking bro word. And if we got to take bro word, that means that the agreement is void. They done breached the contract, and now we got to pop this thing off. So you need to be telling the truth in here, because one thing for sure, two things for sure, you ain't finna put your team in no situation. So as he's sitting right there talking, I'm looking at him. I look at funny folks look back at me and funny folks look at each other. We realize, man, we finna do what to do. So as soon as he get through talking, get what brother them say, get what G. Edgar Hoover say, man, that what's up, man, cuz y'all roll out. They step out, G. Edgar Hoover say, man, bro, I'm charging you with disruption of organization unit. G. Edgar Hoover got power. Ain't nobody else got to say, ain't no chief of security got to say nothing, ain't no power coordinator got to say nothing. G. Edgar Hoover done said, I'm finna write you up a disruption organization unit. Best thing for you to do, my brother, at this point is just going to go pack your stuff. Don't try to fight it. Don't wait for no write-up. Say you want no hearing. You don't want no jury. You don't want nobody. Because at this point, what you need to do, the only people you need is the security to escort you way on back there to the back. Because I promise you, if you say anything other than, you know what I'm saying, bro, you know what I'm saying, I want to apologize, you know what I'm saying, whatever y'all choose to do, so we can get out of the room, so you can make your exit strategy, because I promise you, they finna put your own pumpkin in here, and you going way back there to the back. And just so happened he did that. He packed the stuff up, and he went on back there to the back. But this is not the meat of the story. 7-8 months roll on down. It's a DI. You don't know what a DI is? And let me know you ain't never been affiliated. You ain't never been affiliated. I advise you never to become affiliated. The little dude ended up getting caught, taking his time, and come to the penitentiary. Now, this is what you got to keep in mind. You got two people that's affected in this situation, because don't nobody know the full story. The story was the young dude ends up telling dead men can't talk. I've heard that phrase a lot of times in the penitentiary. So a lot of people, I don't know if you look at it as snitching or not. You know what I'm saying? But when the young dude come to the penitentiary, the story was he ended up telling the police what happened in the car. He tried to say he didn't know what was going on because the only thing they had was the phone call and they had the text, but they had the one text message was why he ended up with facilitation to murder. But like I said again, the only thing it said is, I'm finna get this money. He could have ran it down to anything. He could have said we were going to meet the plug, we were going to get some work. He didn't know dude was going in there and rob him. He ended up shooting the dude. He get in the car. Whatever the conversation was, he was scared. Dude was telling him, threatening him not to tell nobody. He pointed the gun at him. I'm just saying, I'm able to say that because that's what happened to me in my situation. The first person who go and talk, if somebody else ain't talking, them folks can say whatever they want to say, and that's what they'll build their case on, and that's what they gonna fight you on. So 9 times out of 10, that's probably how this situation went as to why he didn't get a life sentence for what ends up happening. Now you got 2 people in this situation. You got the nephew who got hit. Because, bro, you were around here, you said what you were saying, and now this dude is here, and your nephew was the one who got hit. We don't know exactly what the situation is, and guess what? The little dude is a Crip. They done out. It's a whole resurface type of situation. So when he get there, of course, the Crip brother, the one who got killed, his brother was a Crip. He can act as if he ain't got no beef with this young dude because at the end of the day, you shot the person who shot my brother. And on top of that, the person that you shot and killed, which is dude nephew, he caused a situation before, so I can make it as if, yeah, when the shoe is on the other foot. And guess what? It's similar to how it happened. Bruh come to us and want to holler, man, dude, you know what I'm saying? Y'all remember the situation or whatever. Man, dude just touched the compound, you know what I'm saying? They shot my little nephew and did this and that. And brother, G.X. hooping him already on, man, bro, that's the, you talking about, yeah, man, yeah, bro, man, you know what I'm saying? I want to see him, man, for real. Man, bro, last time they came about, dude walked by, we went in and said, dude squashed it. So now they asking bruh to do the same thing. Bruh, you need, man, that was his brother he squashed. That's his nephew. Blood is blood, but a brother and a nephew is 2 different things. And at this point, I like GD. I said, GD using sense. They using sense. He done got knocked out. We done sent one brother to the back about the situation. And then here you go, talking about you want some revenge. And bruh, we ain't even on all that. So it ends up a similar situation. The young dude, of course, cousin them done told him that, of course, they got to put him up on game. The dude is here, the nephew, you know what I'm saying, this dude, nephew, he here. So it ended up a similar situation. But, bruh, penitentiary rules in effect. He say something to him when they catch eye contact in the pod. Man, don't even be looking at me, bro. I don't even know what's up with you and this and that. And the little dude here, young dude, straight out the street. Man, you ain't talking about nothing. You ain't talking about nothing, cuz whatever. So at this point, we all end up in the cell again. And this time the shoe is on the other foot. Listen to me. The seed is in the heart of those who advise evil. So we end up squashing the situation. Ain't finna be no one-on-one. Guess what cuz dude who brother got killed? He did the same thing to him what he did with bruh, but instead he did it straight to bruh. He was like, yeah, your little nephew got killed, then your little nephew got down or whatever. Bruh pops it off on him. He been wanting that anyway. The dude who brother got killed, he wanted to see bruh anyway. So when he do that, they get to fighting in the pod. When they get to fight in the pod, it's a one-on-one. They end up taking them in the cell. They get the one-on-one. I ain't even gonna lie, you know what I'm saying? Cuz got off on bruh. You know what I'm saying? We end up having a meeting. And the little young dude is in there. The little young dude is in there. So as they having a conversation, the little young dude pops off and apologize. The little young dude pops off and apologize and tells the story. He's like, man, look, check this out. You know what I'm saying? We all done been in the streets before, you know what I'm saying? But look, at the end of the day, he was like, man, your nephew tried to get over on me, you know what I'm saying? Nephew, he upped the strap on me. He was like, man, how you gonna be mad at me? Because at that point, we all done been in a situation where it's either you or them. You know what I'm saying? Because if the shoe would have been on the other foot, you'd have been in here celebrating, talking about your nephew got off. And Cub was like, yeah, just like you did when your brother. You told your brother, you know what I'm saying, or whatever. Now the shoe on the other foot. And see, that's the hard pill to swallow. Most people don't want to swallow. Most people don't want to swallow that pill that you bias when it come to your people. My homeboy Dip, you know what I'm saying, was in a situation where his brother got killed but at the same time, it was a robbery he was trying to commit. So in that situation, guess what? The dude who killed Dip's brother ended up at the penitentiary with him. But at that point, Dip had transitioned his life and he taking accountability not only for his brother, but for he understand. Listen, that's the life you live. How you gonna get mad because the shoe just so happened to be on the other foot and the rabbit had the gun and it pop, pop, pop. So at that point, you gotta eat that. And that deceit that's in your heart that you mad at, that you want to advise is evil because you want all of us to ride with you. Because if you really want to do something, guess what? You'd have went on and done it. But you want the numbers that you think that you got behind you once you do it to follow behind the action that ain't gonna happen. Especially not with your teeth. Petition rules and vet. You gonna get that book.